Hey, like Troy said, I'm Heather Butler, and my counterpart is Sean Ireland. Together, we have troubleshooted using Trimble Connect through the office and into the field, and integrating the two systems together and working. There has been a lot of troubleshooting, a lot of issues. We've had to research and sometimes even send it up the ranks to get answers on issues we've had. So I think maybe that's why Troy chose us, is because we were the squeaky wheel. So Sean originally started the office side, and I was in the field doing construction staking. I have since moved in, and he's kind of moved away. But when Troy asked me to step in, I was like, well, I didn't do this by myself, so I asked Sean to step up with me. So he's going to cover most of the office side, and I'm going to cover most of the field side. There are a couple things that we might be uh, talking about throughout the thing. So our first area, oh, let's see, next slide. So we're going to go ahead and talk about several different software with Trimble. Meridian, we have a lot of things that we do with Trimble. We use Trimble Connect, Trimble Business Center, TBC, as a lot of people call Trimble Sync Manager. We all have Trimble IDs associated with us, and then we also use Trimble Access in the field. So I'm going to turn my time over to Sean, and he's going to take over.
Okay, let's see. Where's... All right, can everyone see this? I hope.
Yeah, Sean, we can see your
Okay.
screen there in TVC.
Okay. So I'm not really going to get into, everyone does things differently as far as how they do any kind of stakeout survey and stuff like that. This is more just to show you how to get from however you get your office data into the field side of things. So this would be a typical construction project, kind of what we use. One thing I did want to throw in here is during one of, I think it was one of those Trimble Power Hours, I learned about, and of course I moved the folder. Give me just a sec, sorry. Exporting to, oh, I need to move this guy. Where is it? Is it construction? Yeah, construction for land XMLs. Reason I moved to this is because within a land XML, you can have both line work, points, and then if you want to throw a surface in there as well. So like Heather said, for the kind of the construction side, we would put everything on there, on the collector. So this one, just throw these in here real quick. And it's a simple drag and drop, for those that didn't know. As soon as it goes, and when it does, Troy, I'd really like to know what those errors are, because every time I drop something in line work wise, it comes up with these, and I don't know why.
Awesome. We'll have Ben address that when we get to it.
Okay. So nothing happens with it. I just hit no. I don't want to look at all the errors, so I'm not too worried about it. Let me get rid of this. But within this, what I can do then is just select the things that I want to put out to the field. So I've already done everything in AutoCAD, or I'll do some stuff here in Trimble, and then I can highlight or turn layers on and off. And then this way, the reason doing that is in the field, and Heather can kind of show this when she goes over the field side of things. She can turn things off on her collector that she only wants to see or focuses on your crew or anything like that. So for uploading it, it's really not that hard. Like if I just grab this one, then we'll go back here to export, and this is under the construction tab with land XML. And the big thing here is, instead of doing export, you want to do remote save. Oh, hold on. Help if I was logged in. This is what I get for not testing it in the first place. Okay, now we're good. So remote save, and it'll bring up this Trimble connected workspace area. And then I can go to whatever You know, I mean, you guys saw how many projects that we had putting up here. And then just go wherever I'm gonna put it. And then within here, this is everything that we started to do. Some of the dated stuff was the old way we would do it until we started integrating with this, just because everything was dated this new way, and I'll show why here in a sec. This job is done, so I don't care if I overwrite anything. So I can hit save here, and you'll see it just pushes it to the cloud. So from the TBC side, that's really all there is to it. It's simple. The one thing that was a little painful in the beginning is within Trimble Sync Manager, I would push stuff to the cloud. Heather would never see it on her collector. And after talking with Troy and stuff, found out why, that when you go over here into the project, and maybe this has changed, but not that I've seen, if you go here under properties, and then reference, and right here, this will bring up everything that I've put up there. So these items that don't have this gold mark are not actually available for your crew or whoever to sync with. So when you throw something new up the first time, you want to make sure that this is linked. Just change it to gold. And then once you do that the first time, you don't have to do it again for the rest of the project, as long as you use the same naming convention and things like that. So that's really it from getting from office to field. To go from, let's see, let me open up another project from field to office, and Heather will kind of show the workflows that she does from getting it from me. We separate everything between, just make things easier. Nope. There.
Sean, what you should have done is, we do save them like that, but what you can do is you open up a new tab and you do it in survey feed, or you do it in international, whatever your job is, and then you
Yeah.
can hit workspace, and it will automatically, as long as everybody's uploaded their jobs, can automatically just open there, and it will pull the job file into TBC.
Yeah. So to get from field to office, it's really just one click, the connected workspaces now. And then just hit this import button after it does its thing.
And there, right there, showing you there, that's two different people with two different data collectors, working on the job.
And for me, I always preserve office edits just to make sure if there's something that I did in here, I'll see the differences and things of that nature, so I can see between both versions. And this will work for any kind of topo, boundary surveys, anything like that. Oops. Where'd it go? Oh, I closed it. That's not what I wanted.
Tap to that. It's open. It just.
Is it? That's connect. Oh no, there it is. You're right. Okay, sorry. So here it brings everything in. You can see all your data. It's just importing the job file and everything else with it. So you'll get everything. And like I said, or she said, if you have multiple crews on the same project, you can bring them all into one TBC file. No problem. So before Heather gets into the field side, I did want to highlight how this actually did save us. She was out in the job and disconnected for lunch, and something happened with her collector. And I don't remember what happened or how it happened. I don't know if we ever found out. She called me freaking out because she would have lost a half a day of work. So here within Trimble Connect, if you hit this view online button, it will bring this up, and I can see activity right here, and it will show everything that's in here. And somewhere, let's see, Heather downloaded. Where's the upload? You got to sync through everything because it as long as you're connected to either Wi-Fi or on a cell network, and you can configure it all in the collector. Heather can show that where it is. Anyway, I was able to find where it did an upload earlier, download it, bring it into TBC, send it out to her, and instead of losing a half a day's worth of work, I think we maybe lost an hour, which was just hugely beneficial. I mean, everyone knows, work lost is money lost, especially if you have to redo it. So this is the benefit that we've seen with it, is just really seamlessly getting things between field and office and vice versa. And then also, if you have the worst case scenario happen, you can get your data back pretty easily. So with that, I will turn it to Heather.
All right, go back. So one thing that Sean, see, where's it at? One thing Sean didn't cover was Trimble Connect. And this is something I've kind of found after he kind of took over and from me going to the Dimensions conference. At one point, we thought we could only set construction jobs up on our data collector, and then I'd have to set it up for him to upload files. But we had since discovered that you can create a new job. You do new job, you type in the job. So we're just going to do test, and you can publish it or not, but you do test. And then here you can assign different people to the job. This is also where you can upload files that you want to push to the job, and anything like that. So you can go ahead and set that up.
Heather, I don't know if you're sharing the screen that you want to share right now. We're seeing, it looks like a PowerPoint slide.
Thank you, Troy. We can go here.
I just killed PowerPoint.
So you can basically create the jobs there and set them up and get them ready for the people in the job before going out. And Troy, let me see now that I'm gonna, sorry about this, stop sharing for a second. I'm gonna share screen. Let's just share screen. There we go. So the next thing is Trimble Access. So once you have the job set up, you can go in, and with Trimble Access, you can filter by cloud or non-cloud. Sometimes not all of our jobs go to the cloud. There's various reasons for that. But most of our construction jobs, and now we've gotten to the point where most of all of our jobs are going to the cloud, because we find that a lot of times somebody else goes to the job, and then it's just easier to share the job via cloud than to have to download and redo it. So there's the cloud. In order to set that up, you have to go to the little icon over here. It's the little tool icon, and you want to go onto your team. And if you go into there, that shows you all the people that have access to the job. All you do in the bottom is you go invite, you type in the address. You have a choice between user and admin. We could probably get clarification from the access users, but the user seems to only be able to look at it, not being able to make changes. So everybody has admin abilities, and that's been how we run things. And so after that, you go, you open the job. Let's see. And you can tell there's the other construction jobs we have. I can download those and look at their work if I need to, or I don't. You go over here, and actually this one probably needs to be pushed up. Actually, no, sorry. I need to download it. This is mine. So I download everything. When I'm done, you're going to change this. And for whatever reason, it's not going to let me do it. All right, come on. It's not being happy. We're still working on that. But this status field right here, you can change. And it goes from new to in progress to field work. In there, you can change that while you're in the field. When you're done with the day, you can hit field complete. And the settings for Trimble Access, you can change it so that at the end of the day, when you hit field complete, it will automatically update to the cloud. I didn't like that. I like to push my points manually. I don't know why that's not working today, but whatever. Um, but you can also go up here, right in that, we'll have upload and download. You go in, let's see, it's not wanting to work today. Let's try this one. Sorry, we don't use this computer too much. But you can go in and you can download points. You hit refresh and it will pop up right here, right in here with an up and down arrow that will tell you if he sent points that need to be downloaded or if I need to upload points because I've done work. We've gotten to the habit that once we're done with the end of a job, we just magically update. You send a text to your project manager and say, hey, you're there. On the office side, what we can do as soon as that's done, we can open it up and look at it right away and see if there's any issues. That's come really in handy for some of our jobs where we're having to monitor certain things and we need up-to-date information on that. So instead of having to email the file, all you do is the crew just updates, it gets automatically done, and it goes straight into TBC with that Connect. I think that's about it. Sean, anything else for you?
No, I think it's it. I mean, it's really easy to use. And it can be a lifesaver sometimes, especially if you're just sending a crew out for something, a manhole was missed, during a topo or something like that, and you got clients screaming at you, whatever. But plus the cloud backup is the huge thing too. Troy, I don't know, does that ever, as long as that job's on there, it's unlimited, right? As far as size?
Okay.
Not sure about that, actually.
Well, we have 5 crews and we have never gotten an email from Trimble saying we're about to hit our size limit with cloud storage. So, and Heather doesn't delete anything.
No,
Yeah.
because you never know.
Yeah, I think that as long as you have your valid warranty in place, I'm not sure about storage capacity on the cloud, just how much space they allocate for you, if there's a limit there. That's a good question. I did have a question real quick. Like you were talking about the like being able to see data in a more of a real-time scenario that was collected in the field. Has that saved you guys? Like you mentioned the missed manhole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are multiple times where, I mean, just me and Heather alone just doing anchor bolt verifications, because they're waiting to pour concrete or something like that. I can have Heather run out there or send a crew out there and, what would be like, sorry, it's going to take me a few hours to get something done. I can do it we could turn around in 30 minutes after the field work's complete.
Yeah, and the way we run things, I like to be able to see all the points I've shot, as states, things like that. That's one of our ways of QCing. And with the anchor bolts, I was having a hard time to, figuring out if I miss one. And, I sit there and I sync it up and I say, hey, Sean, do a quick QC for me real quick before I packed up and have to drive 2 hours back to the office. He looked at it. He's like, and actually he was like, hey, you missed one. So I ran out there and shot it and ran back. So it's and to be honest with you, the cell phone service in that area isn't the best. Sometimes my film calls get dropped, but the cloud service worked really great. And we were able to basically do a really good QC on each other.
I think that's the magic. That's what we're talking about right now. Just the improved efficiency. That's huge. I also received word it's 10 gigs per user as far as your cloud storage. So, which is gobs. All right, guys, thank you so much. That was perfect. I would love to see the office side of that, the field side of it, what it looks like on the collector, what it looks like in TBC, how you found out about the land XML option. Great stuff. And I think that's pretty easily applied for some, as long as you have a valid warranty on your collectors and in TBC, to give this a try and start syncing your data using Trimble Connect.
Well, we can be done if you want us to be right now. So
Not a chance. Thank you guys for being here and looking forward to this.